Let's talk about photography snobbery. Where are all these rules that everybody insists you should follow? So what we have is we have a creative endeavor. If you're not making money out of this, you're going to be defined by what the client wants. So if there's no client, you're the client. Now, I'm not sure really how I can explain this other than to use my own personal experience of trying to grow my own creativity, expand, explore, whatever. At no point was I hurting people, killing people, damaging people, but the response I got sometimes was as if I was. So let me have a look at this shot. So I took this photo and on the way back to the airport from St. Lucia in the Caribbean, and I wanted to see if I could improve the shot. Okay, so that's the shot that I took. I felt I wanted the boat to be a little bit larger, and this cloud that I'd caught ended up being out of the picture. Now, for whatever reason, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I decided I would take that cloud and I would bring it in. I'd use Photoshop to bring it in and enlarge it a little bit. Okay, so that was it. Very simple. When I showed this particular image and how I got there to a class I was giving in creative photography, one of the students got up and started arguing with me and told me that I had broken the rules. And not only that, but that he had lost all respect for me. Now, this was a creative photography class. Now, I'm not sure what it is about the rules, but here's the thing. If there are rules, and you believe there are rules, let them apply to you. Right? That's what we're doing. It's a creative endeavor. Let them apply to you. Don't try to enforce your view of what works on somebody else. Okay? It would seem to be very simple. But it goes even deeper than that in, again, using an example from my own experience. This covers a number of years. Okay? So, I took this photograph in 2006 and it sat there. There was a major issue with it. Of course, I was using filters to get slow shutter speeds and I hadn't realized I had little bits of those filters coming in. And that's when I realized that some SLRs don't show you everything that the lens is seeing. They show you maybe 95% and I missed it. But anyway, that wasn't the reason why it just sat there. It wasn't quite doing what I wanted. I did like the idea of the slow shutter speeds. You'll see here 1/3 of a second, and I kind of had to go to f22 and keep the ISO as low as possible to make that happen. Okay. A couple of years later, around 2008, HDR software came in and I'd looked at it and what was being produced I thought was awful. I didn't tell anybody I thought it was awful, but I felt, not for me. So I kind of, because I'm a teacher, I want to see what's going on out there. And it was the big thing at the time. It was all over the place. I said, let me go in and see what that looks like. Right? So I tried it. Bleh. And those who follow here know that bleh is a technical term for something that's just boring, not interesting, or in this case, in my opinion, atrocious. I just kind of ran away screaming. Like, there's no way. What? No. Don't care. Don't want it. Came back a couple of months later, tried again. Okay, yeah. But still there was something, and I think this was the main critique of HDR photography at the time, was that there was an unreality about that. And I just kept trying, and I kept trying as new versions came out, and I learned things. I tried and I tried. And I had a number of shots from that particular set of photos. It was just taken on an hour of one particular Saturday. And yeah. And then sometime around early 2009, I said, I wonder if I made it black and white. What would happen? I don't know why I didn't think of this before. So remember, shots taken in 2006. I start tricking around in 2008. In 2009, I go, what about one that I've already done? Could I do something in black and white? Now, those who know me know that black and white is my religion. That's basically it. And I went, whoa. Like, me personally went, whoa. But here's the thing. Through all those previous shots, people were going, what? Stop it. Don't be doing that. That's ridiculous. That's dreadful. Don't. You're just breaking the rules. Don't. I just kept doing it because I don't listen to people. When it comes to creativity, I don't listen to people. It's not that I don't care about what people say, but I cannot define my own creativity in a group forum where I'm asking to vote on what you think is best. I don't know what's best. You don't know what's best, but I know what works for me. And I know what works for my aesthetic, what it is that I want to be doing, what to be looking at. And this was very much in that area. So I went further, and then I took one of those other shots and I went, oh, now we're talking. So I went from that to that. And so this was a 3-year journey where basically anytime I ever showed these images out, I was told, stop it, this is ridiculous. In fact, some person came and commented on a HDR shot that I did, and again told me this broke all the rules. And I said, well, we live in a democracy, we can do what we want. And the reply was, who's talking about democracy? And I went, well, there you go. Clearly you're talking about a dictatorship. So when people say should, it's an instruction to you. You should do what I would do. Whereas if somebody says could, what you could do, that's a suggestion. But mostly the dictators out there with these rules, which I've asked for again and again and again, give me a web link, show me the book, is there a tablet this has been chiseled into? Nobody can come up with these rules because there are no rules. As long as you're not tearing the arms off young children, it's all okay. So that was my journey in terms of just not listening to people. But here's where it goes further. Later that year in 2009, bringing this to this allowed me to apply it to probably what is the defining project of my creative output. And it was this. First shot on the first day of a 5-year project documenting abandoned farmhouses in the Midwest. So that journey I described where I was going sick at the results, but others were telling me to stop, don't do, results in this. It results in this. It results in this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So if I had listened to people, if I had felt that they must know something that I don't, and I should stay away from that, then this image here and its 65 brothers and sisters would never, ever exist. So I went from this, and because I refused to listen to people who told me I shouldn't do what I saw no reason why I shouldn't investigate, I would not have ended up with this. So it's all photography snobbery. There are no rules, despite people insisting you should follow them. As always, if you have any comments, just pop them in the questions. No, I've got so upset here. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comments.